Definitely a bit of a trek getting up that hill, but oh man, then you get up to this nice ridge line. Cool trails in every direction, all these amazing rocks to climb on. Nature's jungle gym. That's right, today we're in southern Utah, just outside of Bryce Canyon National Park, one of my favorite areas in the country. However, today we're not going to be exploring the national park. We've done that before. There's plenty of videos showing you Bryce Canyon. Today, I'm going to show you where you can enjoy some amazing free camping just outside of this national park. And it's really almost as good as the park itself. But our first stop is going to be for a little bit of hiking here while we got the nice weather and the daylight here at Red Canyon Trailhead. Nice accessible parking area just off the highway, and pretty nice place to walk around and explore some of these really beautiful colored rocks. The paths themselves are relatively flat and walkable. Pretty good place to stop and kind of explore a little bit. Get a little acclimated with, for one, the elevation. Right about 8,000 feet up here, but also just kind of get used to the rock formations you're going to be seeing and all the other stuff we're going to be exploring while we're out here. So, anyway, just a quick stop here, wander around, get our feet wet, so to speak. Now we're back in the van and we're going to head towards our campsite. This whole area is just covered with these towering rock spires. They're known as hoodoos, and they are plentiful out here. If you've ever ridden Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at any of the Disney parks, you'll probably recognize some of this landscape. We are not inside of the national park. We're actually just outside of it. See the park itself there. We're a bit north of that there, where the heart marker is. And just north of the highway through here, you'll find all sorts of open, primitive camping. Now, there's no toilets, no trash cans, so you gotta pack it out. Just find a few fire rings and not much else. But what you will get that you won't find at most campsites around the country are all these crazy hoodoos and rock formations right outside of your campsite. And one of the great things about here, unlike the national park itself, is how remote it is. We are in the middle of nowhere. We spent 2 days here, did not see another car. We were 15 minutes from the national park entrance, if that. And nobody is out here. You really get an idea of the scale of the landscape out here. It is massive. It is beautiful. It is varied. We had a good time just kind of exploring it. Had some amazing photo opportunities. These big, tall hoodoos right outside of our campsite. Just really cool camping here. One of my favorite places. And it's totally free. We just pull up and there's little fire pits here and there. Had ourselves a little fire to keep warm, which was pretty necessary, actually. It did actually snow that night. We got lucky with some real nice weather for the most part, but God, a good little snowstorm came in at around 11 p.m. that we were not expecting. Can definitely be a bit of mud issues when it rains or snows here, but we got lucky with that, and no issues even in a two-wheel drive van. Anyway, back on the road now, heading south towards Arizona. Scouted out a cool campground here, just on the Utah side of the border, here at Lake Powell. Lone Rock Beach Campground. This is only $14 a night. Looks like you get to park right on the beach, which looks amazing. However, yeah, when we got there, it was bone dry. There is no beach here. That is Lone Rock. But no beach. Quite disappointing. So we were literally talking about paddling out to that rock. We brought inner tubes and stuff. But anyway, so had to change our plans on that. We're not going to camp here, just a random spot of dirt. There is some water. Lake Powell still exists. See the water there off yonder. Okay, pressing on. Officially crossing into Arizona. You're at the town of Page. There is a dam here, the Glen Canyon Dam. See the bridge there in the distance? That is our first stop. One of the turbines here on display. This turbine is actually removed from a much smaller dam in Colorado. The ones here at Glen Canyon are 5 times this size. This is a big dam. I had no idea. It's 710 feet tall. It's the 4th tallest one in the country, and it's only 16 feet, 1/6, shorter than the Hoover Dam. Which is funny, because the Hoover Dam's like very famous. I've been there several times, but never been to this one. Not too far away. Same river. It is the Colorado down there. way down there. This bridge is super tall. Definitely made me a little nervous crossing it, but we got through, got into Page, got ourselves a very reasonable, as you can see, hotel room. Not bad. Roadway in, $40. We were happy with it. Anyway, let's do some exploring while we're here. Saw on Google Maps, Page does have an arch. Oh man, yeah, we might got into town with just enough light to do this.
Dude, look at that.
Oh wow.
Just right there.
Nice. We parked here at the Shell station and just a real short walk over to the arch. That is it there. That is a dead end there behind Mike. It does not pass through how you kind of would expect an arch to. Pictures here are actually a little misleading, using some camera tricks to make it look more like a proper arch, like you might see at Arches National Park. Is also an amphitheater here. That looks pretty cool, kind of just built into the rocks a little bit, a little natural. So, a little underwhelming overall, but if you're going to stop in Page, might as well check out some of their cool wind-swept rocks. Just about out of light now. Gonna head back to the hotel, get some rest. Got a big day planned tomorrow. Gonna see something I've wanted to see my entire life. One of the coolest tourist attractions located just outside of Page, and features what is arguably the best viewpoint on the entire length of the Colorado River. As you can see, parking is ample. Charged us for $10 to get here. And now we're gonna take the short walk from the parking lot down to the viewpoint. Nice.
Other people up there.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That is the iconic Horseshoe Bend. This famous little meander along the Colorado River. I have seen this in photos, postcards, internet posts my entire life. Somehow never made it out to this part of Arizona. It is an amazing thing to behold. About 1,000 feet up from the top of the canyon there to the river down below. We're at a little over 4,000 feet above sea level. But God, standing over a 1,000-foot ledge definitely puts the fear of God in you. Oh man, I definitely have a fear of heights, so this was a bit crazy. And there's no shortage of hiking all around. You can walk all around these ledges. There's no handrails of any kind. I did not see an employee or a park ranger or anything stopping anyone from doing anything stupid. Which is pretty crazy, actually, when you think about it. We actually saw someone climb out onto that rock ledge there for a photo op. Top right there is where, like, you could walk. There's people walking around up there, but man, that rock does not look stable at all. I would not put my weight on it. Definitely want to watch your footing walking around here. Lots of places to slip or get tripped up, but oh man, the view is worth it. To see this without like some sort of glass protector or barrier in front of you, pretty awesome. I'm kind of glad they give you that freedom, honestly. Chilled here for a good while, just soaking in this view. Definitely one to remember. Before finally making the hike back up. It was a bit downhill walking from the car, so going back up was a little more taxing than we thought. The less glamorous side. Continuing our journey south, further into Arizona. It's actually one of the most beautiful stretches of road in the entire state. This area is known as the Antelope Pass, just south of Page, north of Flagstaff, so way up in the northern reaches of the state. This canyon you see carved out opens up into this amazing vista. Really one of the best viewpoints we saw at any stretch on the road. Oh wow, dude, you can see forever out there. Another one of those views the camera just doesn't quite do justice, but God, you can just see forever off into the distance, including the Colorado River there snaking its way through the desert floor. Really amazing thing to look at. Arizona's such a beautiful state, really underrated in a lot of ways. This particular stretch of road just really mind-blowing. Mike and I really just stood here in awe as we watched it pass by. And before you know it, though, you are through the pass, looking at the San Francisco peaks in the distance. Means you're getting close to Flagstaff, our next stop. Historic downtown Flagstaff, to be precise, which does look a bit like it's from another time. We were actually just out here last summer in the RV, did a trip through here, enjoyed some nice free camping out in the Coconino National Forest. This time, going to explore the downtown area. First, we're going to have ourselves a little lunch here by the van. This is a budget friendly trip after all. But downtown Flagstaff is very walkable here. A lot of outside seating and like patios and stuff. Tons of murals. God, just street art everywhere. I mean, a lot of it. Really can't oversell it. I was amazed how much incredible murals there are on a lot of these old buildings. This was possibly the best one we saw all day. Really love this old piano there, the ghost hands playing it. Nice, creepy. But the buildings themselves, also amazing. A lot of stuff from the 19th century.
1897.
Most of the buildings have these historic plaques on the front of them. Some of them even show photos of how the building used to look 150 years ago in some cases, which is pretty cool because you can look at it and still see today how it's basically the same building still standing there. God, look at this one here, 1911. Good little photo of it there. And I mean, look at it today. It's the exact same. The bricks, the archway. Ah, so cool. I feel like I'm walking in another time. Definitely don't see too many basements in California. They got them here in Flagstaff. In fact, some of the bars found under street level. Coolest thing here got to be the Hotel Monte Vista, built in 1926. This is their haunted hotel. A lot of cool ghost stories online from people who've stayed here. We wandered the grounds a bit, looked in the lobby. Actually heard a pretty cool little anecdote from one of the ladies that worked here.
I was up there checking it, and I was like, I don't know, I just feel like it's calling people in right now. I think it's active. And I turned to my back, and it went, and I turned around, and it was rocking, and I was like, oh my god, it's rocking. He goes, I can hear it.
Whoa, very cool. We've stayed at a bunch of them throughout the Southwest that are supposedly haunted, and I don't know, I'm a jinx, nothing ever happens. I'm out there like filming at like 1 a.m. like, come on, it's gonna be something.
So you got some paranormal stuff going on here, some Old West history, a lot of Route 66 history. In fact, that's kind of what Flagstaff is known for these days. Either way, it was a fun stop. Glad we got to check it out, but we've got a lot more of said Route 66 history to pass through. In fact, that is pretty much our route back to California. We're going to have a lot more to see, but that is going to come on the next episode. So you'll have to hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop. I would very much appreciate it. Either way, I thank you for watching.